Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sports Dynasty NFL. I'm Trevor, and this is Juan. Week 9 is upon us, but before we get started, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We are on the Facebook group. Keep on posting. Yeah, we got a big live show tomorrow at Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Hit us up if you want to be part of the conversation. Saturday night is the AFC East Shakedown. We will be hosting that on Saturday night at 6 p.m. Eastern time. How you doing, buddy?
Tired.
I'm
And you smell like food. Doesn't help me. I'm starving now.
Oh yeah. Nah, my bad. I can't help that. But it's what it is.
Apparently, you even know where it comes from. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Maybe I was walking over here and someone was cooking and then whatever.
That's not how that works, but okay.
It is how that works.
It's really not.
Okay.
You have to be in the house for you to smell that way. It's not like secondhand smoke. You just pass by and you smell it. No, that's not.
Whatever. The point that anyway. So let's be honest here. Tonight's game is the Eagles and the Texans for Thursday Night Football. I guarantee you this will be the meeting between Philadelphia and Houston that not everyone will be watching. They'll be watching Game 5 of the World Series, which is much more important and entertaining. At least, yes, because last night's game, with that game, when the Houston Astros are the second team to shut out the team in the World Series, which is pretty cool. Pretty
disgusting.
Yes.
It's disgusting.
They shut out and no hit them. So that's pretty cool. Game 5, last game in Philadelphia, last game in Citizens Bank Park, but this is not a bad baseball show. This is a football show. We're worrying about the other team down in Houston. When Amazon needs to get this is the Amazon. Amazon got gypped so badly.
No, they didn't, because it's still an NFL game. Everybody still watches no matter how much. Like how much buzz that Chicago game 2 weeks that was 2 weeks ago, right? 2 weeks ago got the Denver game a week before that. If you get NFL in your thing, you're winning. It doesn't matter how disgusting the quality of the games are.
The ratings have gotten worse every single game.
Of course, it's gotten worse every single game, but at the end of the day, it's still the NFL. It'll be okay.
Whatever. Yeah. Well, we'll just bring really quick at this right there, because we know the Eagles gonna win this game.
Yes.
Eagles gonna win this game.
Yes.
It's gonna be ugly.
Yes.
By halftime, you'll turn the channel.
By halftime, they'll be way above the spread. Yes.
Yes.
Which is 14.
Jesus.
This is the worst rush defense I've ever seen in Houston. They're gonna get ran on all day.
Yes, literally. Everybody can run the ball on them. It's okay. Okay. Texas is still bad. The Eagles.
The worst team in the NFL, yes.
Yeah, whatever. Continue. Next game.
You can say what you want to say.
No, I'm not. That's pretty much what you want to say about this game.
I don't know. We were about to say something.
No, what's I was saying this next game.
Okay.
Yeah, this.
I'll get up and stop being unprofessional. Oh, okay. So where are we starting? Where you want to start?
Start on the 1 o'clock games Sunday night. So Sunday morning.
Oh, so I don't know how that works, but okay. I meant literally what game you want to start.
Let's start with
give a crap.
Start with the Bills and the Jets.
Bills and the Jets. All right. Bills are favored on the road by 11.5, which is actually a surprising feat. I thought it would be a little more than that, but whatever. Even though they're still on the road, so insane. 11.5 and the over and under is 46. I don't know how the hell they see that coming unless Bill's gonna put up 45 points. I don't know where that under is looking pretty decent in this game.
It is. I feel like the Jets they'll best they can run the ball, even though their Bills run defense is one of the lead, but I think it's going to be really ugly, honestly speaking. I don't know how they're going to move the ball.
If they couldn't run on the Patriots, who the hell are they going to run?
No, I'm saying. So that they're going to try to run the ball, but then it's like we're going to force Zach Wilson to throw the football, which is going to be a disaster.
And y'all saw how that was last week.
How disastrous. So, it took a while for New England to do it, but Buffalo, they like pouncing on people. Except for last week when they just completely said, you know what, Green Bay, you're so trash. We're not even going to play.
You, Josh Allen took the night half off.
He did. Division rival in this case. Yeah, they're probably going to drop 40 on these people.
It's going to be real bad. That pass rush on Buffalo is just too fierce, man.
It is.
Just straight up that simple, especially with a beat up line still. They don't have anybody to really take over what Breece Hall was giving them. That we said the downfall is going to start last week, and it's going to continue.
It is. It's going to continue.
So definitely Bills will win this game, covering that spread. I would say pretty easily. So
yeah.
That's an easy money line, easy -3. You want to tease it to -3 instead of leaving it at 11. You can do that. You'll be fine. There's impossibles. No way that Buffalo win this game barring Buffalo loses game barring injury. Knock on wood, just in case. All right, next.
Let's talk about the game that to me I wouldn't call it an upset because whatever, but the Chargers and the Falcons.
Chargers on the road favored by 3, and the over and under is 49.5. I believe that they may not have no receivers in this game again. I'm not entirely sure if Keenan Allen is playing yet, but Mike Williams is gone for a while. So
I'm going with Atlanta with the Falcons in this game, and I'm taking the points +3. Falcons,
I think I am too.
Falcons +3.
It's tough though.
The Chargers have turned me off weeks ago, but the last meeting against the Seahawks 2 weeks ago, it was like, yeah, this team's not good.
It's just
they're just fine. Just fine with this is a talented bunch. They're talented, but the coaching infuriates me, and how they
that's a great point.
And how they run their offense just infuriates me. It's like you're really wasting time.
The problem is that Atlanta literally has no secondary. Even people like Palmer and them should be able to get open deep. However, he's also in the injury report, so I don't even know what's going on with him either. So I honest to God don't know where to go. Like, you would be like, oh, Justin Herbert's in the field, they're gonna be fine. But I mean, they don't let him do anything. So I don't know, like, what I think I'm gonna go Atlanta too, bro. I think I'm gonna do it. I think on yesterday's episode in Raleigh Tower Sports, yes, I was a guest on Raleigh Tower Sports yesterday. Mafia Sports Reports, one of many shows that they host throughout the week. They do everything. They're not NFL. They do everything. So they were just doing football that one particular day. It was a fun time for me. So you should totally go check that out. Along as when you check out Booker for you on Thursdays, like tonight. I think I picked Chargers there, but if I'm going to Atlanta. I mean, I don't feel good about any of these picks, to be 100% honest.
Neither do I. I feel like for Atlanta, this is more of a sense of urgency that they're actually a chance to make the playoffs because how bad the division is.
Yeah, they're leading it right now.
Yeah,
Chargers defense, especially up front, and their run defense is still crap, like it always been for as long as I can remember. And Atlanta is a top 5 rush attack. So
Atlanta +3.
So I go Atlanta
for the win.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just money line or shit, we should get some nice value. Let's go with, because a couple of these games are intriguing. Let's go with Raiders Jaguars, because no one gives a freaking rat's ass about this game. Raiders are favored on the road for some reason at -1.5. It's kind of a pick 'em, but I mean they scored 0, so I don't think they have a right to be favored anywhere right now. And the over and under is 48.
I was going super under. So I'm going super under for that one.
Yeah, that's a pretty good bet too.
I'm going with the Raiders. I just don't like. Listen, they both teams are bad. Both teams are bad. Don't get me wrong here. I just feel that
it smells like a get right game for them too.
Yeah.
After scoring 0, you would think they have some type of cojones somewhere to defend themselves and actually like a football team.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're not a smart football team.
No,
but
they're not a smart football team at all.
They're much more reliable than Jacksonville, who we said before. Trevor Lawrence is looking like a huge bust. I don't know, it's just not good. Raiders defense is good enough to make him make stupid mistakes, and then you'll see the same thing over and over again.
I don't know, that's true because they're garbage themselves. But usually when you make mistakes, it's usually your fault, not the other side's fault. You know what I mean? It's usually self-inflicted, in other words. And the Jacksonville is famous for that. So that's why it's another hard game to pick. We're just giving it attention because we have to, because we're not watching this game at all. Or that will not be part of the box. Our Sunday ticket boxes. So I don't give rat's ass about this game. He says the Raiders. I think I picked Jacksonville in the show because if to finish a game, this will be a game for them to finally finish. They have a decent pass rush against a bad O-line from the Raiders. So if you really look at matchups, Jacksonville actually matches up pretty well against this team. However, when do we use logic in this crappy ass season? So I don't even know at this point, to be 100% honest. I think I'm still gonna stick with Jacksonville. Screw it, but I don't feel good at any of those picks either. Kind of the theme of the week. I don't feel good about any picks I'm picking this week. Another one, Vikings going to Washington, are kind of a hot streak. since this dude broke his finger and now it's Heineke. They won 2 games straight. Vikings are favoring the road by 3. That actually went down. That was like 3.5 or 4 earlier. And the over and under is 43.5. And at Washington, who are gonna have a new owner in a couple months.
Good for them.
Because they finally caught him breaking the law. Finally. And I had nothing to do with the owners. So he can't blackmail owners anymore. The devil, that dude would talk about an asshole.
You know what's
Man.
crazy? He's gonna sell this team, and he's gonna be even more rich than he was the one of the teams.
Yeah, he is.
Ridiculously, because the Washington Commanders are probably gonna sell how much they sold the Denver Broncos for like 5
something like that. So
I mean, they're a more historic franchise anyway, as far as names. I mean, the Redskins were, but still, it's still a historic.
I think he's getting at least $4 billion.
At least 4,
yeah,
maybe 5.
Yeah,
but he's still gonna be. He's good, so I don't think he's hurting.
Unfortunately, someone like that, but that's America. Bad people get rewarded, so
it did, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna pick Minnesota.
Me too.
I'm gonna pick Minnesota to win this game.
Me too.
Even though I like how Taylor Heineke's been playing, I like how the team rallies behind them and they never quit in these games. But I think Minnesota, even though I'm not high on them either, they'll play like, okay, they're for real now. They did add TJ Hawkinson from Detroit, which to me is a big pickup for tight end wise because they have who tight end one was it Irv Smith?
Yeah, and he's hurt.
So it makes sense.
He was trash anyway.
Yeah, so it made sense. So definitely it's an upgrade for him going from Jared Goff to Kirk Cousins. I mean, that sounds weird. That sounded weird to say.
It is a huge upgrade.
I know what I'm saying, but you know how we talk about Kirk Cousins all the time, how we kind of bash him a little bit. It's weird to say that, but he is an upgrade.
Yeah, it's true. The truth is the truth. I mean, he
is
a huge upgrade.
It makes the offense a lot more scary with JJ, TJ, and you have Dalvin Cook in the backfield when healthy. That's a scary offense. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I still think Minnesota has to pull in Minnesota at some point. I think this game's gonna be close. People who caught this at 3.5 or 4 are lucky because 3 is not good enough for me to bet Washington there. So I'm gonna want to tease me Washington probably to +10 or something like that in this game. I think they'll easily cover that. I think this game's gonna be a lot closer. The defensive line for the Washington Commanders have been playing a lot better as of late, and they should be able to take advantage of a bad line. Minnesota's front, so I think they'll keep it close. But Minnesota for the win, I agree, 100%.
Right.
What else we got? Panthers going to Cincinnati. Cincinnati at home is favored by 7.5, and the over and under is 42.5.
Part of me wants to pick Carolina, but I can't. Cincinnati to me
to win or to cover.
The Panthers to cover. Part of me wants to cover them to cover, but it's like I don't know. Seeing Cincinnati get whipped like the way they did on Monday night to Cleveland showed me that they're gonna come back and stronger than ever. That scares me too. So I really do. I mean, they're like I said, they're to me they are who they thought we are. The whole Super Bowl run was just a flash in the pan. They still have a lot of work to do to be on that level because they're not on that level. They just at the right time. I'm going to Cincinnati to win the game, but the point spread I'm really tempted.
No, I hear that. I really definitely hear that. What I would do in betting terms, I would probably risk it, but I'm not going to personally.
No.
For this, I'm probably just put Bengals +3 and they call it a day. But it is worth a risk. Let me see if I can see where the numbers are going. It's about 50-50. 54% of the bets are going for Carolina. And wait a minute. Wait. And it opened at 9.5. That's why. So that's why it went all the way down to 2. Lucky mother truckers. Not lie for the Minnesota. Minnesota actually opened up at 2.5. It went up to 3. That's interesting. So for the Washington, go back that for a minute. If it goes up to 3.5, you should probably bet Washington. If you get that half point. Back to the Cincy, yeah. They had a 9.5. I would have bet Carolina, no question. At 9.5. Damn.
Yeah.
We missed out. I think I'll go with Cincy covering, I guess. I don't know. People are all on top of this. Oh, they're gonna come back and do. I'm
Nah,
like,
I
without
don't see it.
Jamar, I'm
I
not
I
sure,
don't see it.
man.
They'll win this game,
Yeah,
but covering, I don't know. That's a game. You're right. You're really right though, because that 9.5 would have been
you would have been
that'd
perfect.
been perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm most Cincinnati win the game.
Yeah, they probably just covered that. It's just, ooh,
It's too
man.
risky for me. Yeah.
Without Jamar Chase, there's no real field stretcher. Again, I was talking right how sports saying that T. Higgins could do that. He's not a field stretcher. He's a monster dude down the field. He's a big body who does contested catches and stuff. He's not a field stretcher. There's a difference.
Right.
Jamar Chase is the field stretcher, and they don't have that, so they're more congested now. Makes it easier for the defense. I'm not sure. And then they have a pass rush in Carolina. That's why I wouldn't be surprised. My gut tells me that that Panthers is gonna cover, but I'm too scared to do anything about it. So I'd stay away if I was 100% honest. Because Cincinnati, they have them times like what they did to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It happens, and they're at home. They just got beat up. Then I'd stay away if it was me. But that's what I would do. Okay, what else we got? We got I think 3 more in the 1 o'clock hour. Packers going to Lions. Damn, it went down. Packers is favored by 3.5. It was 4 yesterday. And the over and under is 49.5. They are expecting points. Lions are at home.
Expecting. So what they're trying to me, what they're saying is they think the Lions gonna win this game. They have the Lions gonna score a lot of points and probably win this game. And the Packers are favored by how much?
3.5. It was 4 yesterday.
I'm taking the Lions to the points. The Lions to the points.
I picked them.
I'm taking the points of the
No,
Lions.
I think I'm a bitch out and pick the Packers, but I like Lions to cover that 3.5. As an underdog at home.
Me too. I'm taking Green Bay as well.
Yeah, I'm a bitch out because they ain't good things happening now. Without T.J. Hawkinson, and then they may not have DeAndre Swift again.
That's how they're gonna score points.
I don't know how they're gonna score as many points as they normally do, but luckily for everybody else, Green Bay don't score either. So the under's actually looking pretty nice. Now that I think about it, now that I mentioned that, what's gonna be the determining factor is how many snaps, if he gets any, is DeAndre Swift's count. If he plays a little while, then Detroit I think might take this game, and the over might be something. But if he doesn't play, I don't know.
No,
I'm not sure. Ooh, this week is really confusing,
it's
man.
very confusing.
Let's go with Colts at New England. Colts are 5-point underdogs. Actually went down. I like that. If it goes down lower, I might take that in the bet. Patriots I figured at 5 at home, and the over and under actually went up to 40.5. It was 40. It was 39.5, I think, to start.
I'm going New England the game. But I'm taking the Colts at 5 and pointing at 5.5. At 5. I'm taking the Colts at 5.
They opened at 6.5. I wish I saw that.
I'm taking the Colts at 5 because I don't know. Just I'm still the Colts defense is still really good.
Yeah, you still have a bad taste in your mouth.
I still have a bad taste from last week how Matt Jones played in that first half against the Jets. I kid you not. I was almost done with him. I was almost about to say screw it. Put Bailey Zappi in for the rest of the season. Get him up. It's it. I was almost there, but the second half happened and they did what they had to do over there. And it wasn't really much Matt Jones doing it. It was just the defense and Nick Folk is field goal everybody to death. But I know I'm Sam Ellinger, the rookie. He's a rookie, right? I think Belichick will.
No, he's second year player.
Second year player.
He tried last year.
Okay, so still whatever, still a relatively new player.
Yeah, this first year, this is second start, I think.
Yeah,
so.
His first time facing Bill Belichick coach defense. I think Belichick will throw the stick at him.
Yeah, he'll be destroyed.
But it won't be any different because you can destroy him all you want, but how's the Patriots offense going to score? How are they going to score? You know what I'm saying? I mean, not how they're going to score, but are they going to score enough points to where you're comfortable? It's not going to be a blowout, no. I think it'll be close enough. They'll probably win by 4 or 5, 4 points, 3 points. Just keep it close, though. The defense will hold his own. Both defenses are going to cut each other out. It's all about who can move the ball more. And I think New England with Stevenson and Harris coming back should be able to move the ball much more convincingly. But as far as Matt Jones, for me, it's a game by game basis. Honestly speaking, I just don't like it. But I'm going New England wins. But I think the Colts will cover the point spread. They won't lose by more than 5 points.
Do you remember the game last year against Carolina?
That was when we
I think that game's gonna be like that. I think we're gonna handily win this game. It's gonna be like 20-7.
and
That's my score, basically.
and then just destroy.
The defense is gonna go crazy, catch a couple picks, or just make them punt the ball really early. Offense is gonna feel good in the death, get maybe one touchdown, maybe one breakout from Ramondre Stevenson, win 20-7. I think they're gonna cover this. It's just not gonna be pretty to look at. It's gonna be ugly. We'll have that, in the corner, in our box somewhere. Patriot football, ugly football no one wants to watch.
Except for us.
Yeah, except for because we have to. We can talk about the Bears yet, right?
No.
Okay, Dolphins. Dolphins are road favorites by 4. Over and under is 45.5.
I like the 4 points. Miami.
I'm smelling a trap game.
I smell you smell a trap game for Chicago's gonna beat them?
Mm-hmm. Smelling a trap game. Miami is very, very, very injured. I like how the defense look, and you talk about the 2 trades that they made. I don't think it's gonna make a difference. I think they're gonna perform just the same. I think last week was a blip against a really good Dallas Cowboys team that Miami is not better than. Let's just keep it real right now. And the fact that they're still able to keep pace for about 75% of the game, putting up almost 30, it's just that after a while, the floodgates open.
Yeah, we're right out of gas.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I think they're finding something. And then they got Chase Claypool, one of the only trades that I think actually matters. Because all the other trades I don't really get rat's ass about. That's why we're not talking about it. We're just mentioning them when the team pops up. But, like, speaking of, like, they got Bradley Chubb. So, okay. Who was Bradley Chubb before this? Okay. Who's going to be on the other side? The Phillips kid? He's all right. But they got no real interior presence. Their linebackers ain't it. So what do I care if they got Bradley Chubb, who they overpaid the fluff out of just today? Okay, who is that's not gonna make much of a difference, especially with your injured as fluff secondary. I don't care if you got Bradley Chubb, it makes no difference to me. But Claypool is another body you can plug in that opens up more stuff for Darnell Mooney. So if along as Justin Fields can stay moderately accurate, they can move the football. I don't know. At home, I don't know, man. They were at Dallas last week, right?
Yes.
They get to go back home. I don't know. I'm sniffing. No, a little bit of a trap. I definitely love the Bears to cover the points, but I'm not gonna be cool enough to pick them. I'm still picking the Dolphins to win the game.
So am I.
Despite all that I just said, nah, I'm bitching out. But I think Bears will cover. I love Bears as an underdog in this. Bet.
I agree.
Yeah. You can be like, Tyreek Hill and Waddle. So they always get 300 yards to combine. Do they score points? No. Last week was the first time because they played the Lions.
Yes, the worst defense.
Everybody scores on the Lions. The Chicago Bears defense ain't that bad, man, despite last week. All right. We're almost done, believe it or not.
Only 2 games in the 4 o'clock hour.
Yeah, there's only 2. Unfortunately,
but they both suck.
Yeah. Arizona is hosting Seattle, red hot Seattle, and for some reason the Cardinals actually favored by 2. I wonder if either Vegas is smelling something or they're giving us a gift.
I agree.
Which one?
I agree. And I completely understand why.
Yeah, and the over and under is 49.5.
The Cardinals always seem to play their division rivals at home really hard, especially the Seahawks. It's always like it was at the end of the tie a couple of years ago. Or they are like really, really like dogfight types of games. So I understand why. And I'm picking the Cardinals to win this game anyway, just by familiarity. Yes, Seattle's playing great, but I think that the Cardinals, even though they have not much to play for, I mean they're still in the division race.
They are,
but this will be a perfect time to to turn the season around, or at least remain competitive in the division. And I think that the Seattle team is definitely overachieving. But I think the Cardinals will get this one today.
Yeah, like they're 2 games. If they beat the Seahawks, they both beat each other.
Yeah,
they're only a game behind the division now. You're in the mix. The only team that's out of the division entirely to me is the Rams.
Yeah.
The other 3 are, especially if Cardinals win this game, they're in it. Like, there's no reason to be holding stuff back. No, you can get the division still. What you mean? 49ers is injured to crap. The Seahawks are, like you said, overachieving, although they're being good.
Yeah.
You held them to 12 points, I think, or something like that the last time y'all played. You know what I mean? So, like, come on. It's probably like 17 now that I think about it. I don't remember the exact score. I know they held them to 9. That I remember. Yeah, 19-9. Oh, because it's Kyler Murray's fault. See, that's The X factor here is Kyler Murray because he was god awful last week. The last time they played, he was god awful against Seattle.
I don't think. I think.
Will there be another time he plays like crap? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna go with you and
So.
pick the
I
Cardinals
don't think
too.
so. I think he's gonna turn it around. I think they didn't know what's at stake here, saying, "Yo, the season's on the line here. You lose the game to Seattle, you're done.
Yeah, you got swept. That's really bad,
and you're done." So I'm gonna go with Arizona.
I'm gonna go with them too. I don't like it, but I'm gonna go with them too.
And a game, unfortunately, where the schedule makers thought will be like must see TV. You know, a game of the week on Sunday afternoon. No. Instead, it was supposed to be a rematch of the NFC divisional round last season. Is now.
I mean, it still is.
Still is. It's just a lot lackluster because both these teams suck.
Yeah, they do suck. Rams are going to Tampa. Tampa's favored by 3. And the over and under is 42.5. Oh.
Yeah, that's time for me to take a nap or do other things. But
yeah, do other things because the night game ain't ish either. So
yeah, it really isn't.
It's gonna be more likely gonna be sloppy or an ass whooping, one or the other. But we'll get to that in a little while.
But for this game,
what is there to say? Cooper Kupp is day to day, so it's only a matter of time before he winds up getting being put on the shelf himself. I picked Tampa because the Rams suck, dude. They both suck, but I think the Tampa's defense shows more life than anything else. You know what I mean?
I disagree with you there.
That's all right.
I'm gonna go with the Rams because the mere fact that again. The Buccaneers are terrible. First of all,
no, they're
terrible. Offensively, but a Tom Brady led offense, you would think that all right, they're gonna score points. They're not flashy, but they're gonna move the chains.
That's why I love the under in this game.
They can't even
42.5.
They can't even do that. Can't even do that. I mean, like a lot of the games were just ugly. They barely scored 30, 20 points. And the other time they scored over 30 was a garbage time touchdown in Kansas City, where they got completely their ass annihilated. Well, who cares? The Rams, to me, they're trash, but I think that with how the division is, well, both the divisions are terrible, are pretty wide open. So I can't even say get right game because the Rams don't have no choice. Not really get right, you have no choice. And unfortunately, I don't like seeing Tom Brady losing 3-4 in a row, which never happened, but it's gonna happen today. That happened on Sunday. I think the Rams win this game. They'll find ways to move. I don't know how they're gonna do that either. Cooper Kupp, how they're gonna go to Baltimore.
They didn't lose 3 already.
Who?
Tampa.
No, they must lose 4 in a row.
That's what I say. That happened already, right? Then it's Pittsburgh, Panthers, and then last week. Yeah.
No, I'm saying as far as like these could be 4 in a row. I've never seen them lose 3 in a row until now. Now it'll be 4 in a row. So like, I think the Rams are gonna beat them. The Rams win. It's gonna be I say like 16-14.
Yeah,
it's gonna be really ugly.
I think the under is a perfect bet for this.
Yeah,
I picked 10 because that line, both lines suck.
Yeah,
now that you think about it, but the Rams line is one of the worst, if not the worst, in the league. And they don't have Shaquille Barrett no more in Tampa, they still have a couple guys there that can do something. I don't know. I don't really give a rat's ass who wins, who loses. They both irrelevant. Let's keep it real.
They're both not making the playoffs.
Yeah, right. The only reason why they're being named because one is Super Bowl champion, fakely,
yeah,
and the other one has Tom Brady on it, who's going through an entire midlife crisis. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what their name was. When it comes to football, these guys are terrible. I don't get a rat's ass.
And who would have thought that Tom Brady's downfall wouldn't have nothing to do with the field itself?
It doesn't.
That's incredible. I know Tom Brady hated on probably thanking Giselle for taking him to the court and getting him up out of here. Who knew that his own wife would be his downfall? And
not much longer.
And that sounds horrible to say the least, but he chose football over his family, so
he did.
Oh well, my brother.
We don't know what happened at home. For all we know, she's a bitch. So I don't know.
Nor do I give a shit. Nor do I care.
That's where I was going. I also don't care. I care about the field enough.
Yes.
Sunday night, another game who doesn't like this. This league sucks, dude. Titans are going to Arrowhead. The Chiefs are favored at home by 12.5. The over and under is 45. I do not know who is going to be quarterback yet for the Titans. Therefore, I have no idea what to pick. If Malik Willis is gonna play, they're gonna get dog smacked, and it's gonna be Chiefs covering that 12.5. I feel like if Tannehill is healthy enough to play, I think they can cover this 12.5 point spread. But I still will pick the Chiefs.
Yes, first of all, NBC loves Kansas City. I feel like they're on every other week on Sunday Night Football, but that's there. I'm going with the Chiefs as well. They're just better football team right now. The Titans are winning games just because last week
because Mike Vrabel's awesome. That's why, because their players aren't. So the coach really does know how to put the players on the right position to succeed. The only good heir apparent from Belichick, the only good one.
I mean, technically, yeah, because he wasn't a coach, but he was a player. But still, it counts.
Nah, he wasn't in the staff doing something.
No.
Oh
no,
my bad. I tried Belichick.
No.
I tried.
Everyone keeps saying, I'm like, no.
Vrabel, I could have sworn he was in the.
Vrabel was not part of his thing.
No, I'm checking that. I'm gonna make sure. You're probably right because you do know your shit. But
he was in Ohio State. He was in Ohio State, the coordinator. But because Ohio State is his alma mater. He was there. I know that, but he was never like.
I forgot he was coach of the year.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He took the Titans to the AFC Championship game.
No, he was in Houston. That's where he was.
Which is like doing in the South at the moment.
That's why I kind of felt similarly. Who's the coach? Bill, right? Bill O'Brien?
Yeah, Bill O'Brien.
That's why. There's still New England connection, just not directly from Belichick. Oh, that's why he's good. All right. My bad.
In all seriousness,
it's gonna be up to Derrick Henry ultimately for this game to be even close. The Chiefs' run defense isn't the best, so after the last few games that Derrick Henry's run, he looking like old Derrick Henry. Mm-hmm. Then again, he also played against the worst rush defense ever and got 200 in basically 3 quarters.
Yeah, so, but even though the Titans only scored 17 points against the worst run defense in the league last week.
Hence why Chiefs are favored by 12.5.
Yeah, so
there's a reason.
Yeah,
it all depends on the quarterback. Malik Willis is playing, who should not be touching the damn field. They're getting dog smacked. It's not going to be close. But again, if Tannehill can play, then we have a thing here. It's funny is that the line actually opened up at 10.5. So a lot of people jumped on Kansas City, went up to 12. It's crazy. Okay, one more. Ravens going to New Orleans, who this came from a shutout victory. Ravens are favored by 2.5, and the over and under is 48. We are waiting for injury report. Too bad we don't get those till Sunday, so we do not know the status of. Why are people trying to interrupt us while we're recording? Even though we're loud as hell, people act like they deaf and don't hear us talking unless they think I'm talking to myself. See this craziness? Garbage. Right on camera. I got these motherfuckers right there. See that? Jesus Lord. Anyway, what the status of Mark Andrews? That's what we're waiting for because he was injured pretty badly last week. But they have a long week, so we'll see the status of him. If he's not playing, I'm picking New Orleans to win this game. I just need to know that. But if not, I'll pick Baltimore to squeak this out.
I'm picking Baltimore regardless. Honestly speaking. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nah, in the pick'em, I'm ready on Baltimore. If it's for the pick'em, Baltimore.
Yeah. I'm not. Another boring Monday night game. Like
this week is trash.
It sucks. Like oh my god. Like oh man, the NFL sucks this year. This season. This is 2022 NFL. Where
it was like this last year too. It's worse now, but it was still pretty similar.
Nothing makes sense.
Yeah, people beg for parity, right? Look, this is the result you're getting from parity. Parity usually means that everybody's around the same level, which usually means that there's going to be some sloppy ass play. You want the dominant teams because at least you get a good standard at some point. And then for some reason, which is interesting, the better you are, the more people want a gun for you, which makes them play better. Now, when you don't have a dynasty, now look.
And people were sad about the New England Patriots of the 2000s.
I'm just telling you. What's funny, though, is that basketball is kind of going against that. Basketball's been awesome. There's no dominant team.
I think it's different because how the Golden State Warriors literally broke the entire NBA.
Like, maybe they're like, how the hell they beat these guys there? Because last year, the quarterback wasn't very good in basketball. Last regular season, it wasn't. It was kind of lackluster, too. For the same reason, there wasn't really no dominant team. until the playoffs, saying all the stars stepped up their game, and then Giannis started doing his thing, Tatum started doing his thing, Steph started doing his thing, Ja started doing his thing. Then you saw good basketball in the playoffs. This year, everybody's going crazy. Even the trash teams who are going to eventually start tanking, they're even playing good over there. So their product is decent right now. But NFL's, since literally kickoff from week 1, it has not gotten any better, in my opinion, since week 1. Don't like it. Am I gonna stop watching? Hell no. Are we gonna stop doing the show? Hell no. We're just gonna complain. You're gonna hear a decent amount of complaining tomorrow on the live show.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm sure we're not gonna be the only ones though.
No, of course not.
The only fans not gonna complain are Buffalo fans because they swear they won the Super Bowl. We'll see.
We'll see. That being said, we are done here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Tomorrow is the live show.
I got a quick one.
Yes, a live show tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Be there or be square. Tonight is Book Euphoria. Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's gonna be fun, and yeah,
they're gonna talk about the Steve Nash and Brooklyn stuff. Brooklyn is always fun to talk about.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man. The most and they got the coach out too. Ime Udoka's now in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
now.
DDU.
Who would have thought? Who would?
I don't think that's official yet. There's just rumors about it.
If it is true, if it is true,
I still don't understand how you hire a head coach who is employed in another team who is currently suspended. I don't know how that works, but you find out why in Bucket for you.
Wow, that's crazy. I I'm gonna keep that to myself. We'll see you guys soon. Keep the episode.